So, if you haven't heard the latest updates on immigration and what Donald Trump and his administration has been moving forward with in the past week or so, this episode on Face the Nation has definitely brought in a whole bunch of information to the forefront. And so, I'm going to go ahead and share this video with you, and then we're going to process it together.
Expand its immigration crackdown to Charlotte, North Carolina, and New Orleans. Sources tell CBS News Border Patrol agents could head to Charlotte as early as next week. Operations in New Orleans are expected to begin sometime this month. Neither city shares a border with a foreign country, but in a recent interview, Border Patrol Chief Michael Banks said the agency has the resources to go further inside the U.S.
We're going to go wherever we need to go in order to enforce immigration law in this country. And because we've gotten unprecedented levels of control on our southern border, record lows, it has allowed us to expand and move those operations into the internal part of the United States.
CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camila Montoya Galvez joins us now with some new exclusive details. What are these upcoming operations going to look like?
Well, according, Lindsay, to the Department of Homeland Security documents that we obtained here at CBS News, Border Patrol is making internal preparations to send scores and dozens of agents to Charlotte as soon as next week, and then to New Orleans as part of an effort to increase immigration enforcement operations in those cities, targeting people they suspect are in the country illegally, not necessarily who have criminal records, but anyone who is found to be in the country without a legal basis to be here. And we are told that Border Patrol has even requested armored vehicles and also special operations teams to accompany agents during these operations, as you know.
So I'm going to pause it right there to just kind of briefly talk about how I had a clip on my TikTok, and I'll probably show a smidget of it, but Attorney Claudia had talked about how before all of this had got started and Trump was actually, dug his feet in the sand, she had basically predicted that any reason to scoop up people who are undocumented or don't have permanent legal status here in the United States of America, Donald Trump was going to use that as an excuse to apprehend them, detain them. And so this is what we're actually seeing. If you don't have permanent legal status, you don't have permanent resident legal status here in the United States of America, you are being detained and sent to detention centers. This is actually happening in vivo. And I'm going to share a clip with you that Attorney Claudia had posted well before all of this began.
Border Patrol has been playing a major role in major U.S. cities like Chicago and Los Angeles, rounding up many undocumented individuals, including at Home Depot parking lots and also work sites, as part of operations that have really triggered a lot of controversy and backlash because they are more indiscriminate in nature than your routine ICE operations, which are still targeted mainly to people who are in the country illegally, but also have criminal histories and are in many ways in the country illegally, but also have felonies on their rap sheets, if you will. What's really important to note is that we also expect Gregory Vivino, that outspoken Border Patrol official who has been leading that crackdown in Chicago, to be involved in these operations in Charlotte and also New Orleans.
What is unique about
Let me go ahead and take another opportunity to bring this up, you all. In Houston, Texas, in the state of Texas, Houston, third largest, maybe fourth, I can't remember, but fourth largest city in the United States of America. In Houston, Texas, they are offering, and you may have known this already, they are offering money to those community leaders who have access or know of a large amount of people who are undocumented or do not have legal status to stay here in the United States of America. So if let's say I'm a church leader, okay, and my congregation has over 4,500 people on a given Sunday, they're inside my church, mosque, whatever. If I know that half of my congregation from Venezuela, from Argentina, from South America, Central America, I know that my population, a large part of my population, congregation, is undocumented. Let's say 300 or 400 people. Let's just say 300 or 400 people. ICE is offering $500 per head that I turn in. I use myself as an example. I'm just saying I don't have a congregation. I don't have a church. But that is the number, $500 that was offered to someone in the community that I work with to turn in people who are undocumented. This push is very heavy. Like the aggression to round up as many undocumented people or people without permanent legal status in America, the push right now is very aggressive. But here's the thing, this is what Americans want. This is what they voted for. This is the main thing that Donald Trump ran his campaign on, was on immigration. This is what the people wanted. Just saying.
About that.
Well, the U.S.-Mexico border right now is seeing a historic low in illegal immigration. That has allowed Border Patrol agents to be deployed far away from the border to Chicago and Los Angeles. And under Vivino, that agency has been undertaking unprecedented operations in those cities, targeting anyone who is in the country illegally, not just serious offenders and people with criminal histories. And those are the operations, Lindsay, that have triggered a lot of backlash. And so we could see protests and local community reaction that could lead to clashes and confrontations, just like we have seen in Chicago and Los Angeles.
Let me go ahead and give a disclaimer. This is not a ploy to impede on what the government is trying to do with immigration. This channel, this video is not a video to try to deter what the Immigration Custom and Enforcement Agency is trying to do with rounding up as many undocumented illegal aliens or what have you. It's not a ploy. It's not a in any way an effort to stop what they're doing. However, it is a way of bringing awareness to the population who I serve, not just those who are undocumented, but those who are providing services to those families. So I just wanted to make that very clear because this page, this video could get flagged. I could get flagged for trying to impede on what the federal government is trying to do. Let's go to a TikTok video that Claudia had did. I'm going to share this video with you all just to kind of bring, I guess, context to what I was bringing up earlier about how, not necessarily what she predicted, because it's not really a big, shocker, because he said what he was going to do and he's just doing it. So it's not really a shocker, but she did predict something very similar. So let's check out this video. That's exactly what's happening right now. That's exactly what is happening right now. So attorney Claudia had definitely called it. She had said that they're going to see you as a criminal. You broke the law. You came in here to the United States undocumented, illegal, not through the right process. So they see you as a criminal. You are all criminals. And so they're apprehending, they're detaining. Now, one of the things that Attorney Claudia had brought to my attention is that the more people are being detained and they're seeking out legal services through detention centers. All right. So people are being detained and they're reaching out to family members. Family members are reaching out to attorneys and they're asking for help. They're hiring attorneys. And let me tell you, when you are detained, it's much more difficult to get you out. It's much more difficult to get you a bond. It's much more difficult. I'm talking as if I'm talking to people who are detained. They're not going to see my YouTube video. But those of you who are possibly undocumented and watching this video and can understand me, Once you are detained, once your family members are detained, at this point, right now, with the current climate and immigration, it's that much more difficult to get out if you are undocumented, if you have criminal convictions here in the United States and you're undocumented. It's extremely difficult. So, do you have the hope of hiring an immigration attorney no matter how good the immigration attorney is? Right now, the current climate, they're kicking folks out. They don't want you here. All right. So I want to go ahead and share with you all one more source of information. So those of you all who are interested in getting into this work of doing immigration evaluations, go ahead and check out the biggest discount that I have for Your Guide to Immigration Evaluation. So when you click on that link, Your Guide, or beacons.ai/Rankins, you scroll down to YG registration. You click on that link, and it leads you to the portal to where you can sign up. Right now, it's $347. It's about $150 discount right now, and so one of the key benefits that I always talk about when signing up with Your Guide to Immigration Evaluations is that first referral, that first case that you get. I'm walking you through the whole thing from beginning to end, editing your report, pushing it back to you. That is the biggest benefit that I have to offer in Your Guide to Immigration Evaluation. This thing is not one where you just stick it up online. I've got this e-course and I don't update it and I don't help you. This is ongoing. This is all part of my package. So right now it's $347, I believe. Yes, $347.99. You can go ahead and sign up with YG for the next 10 days, but I wouldn't wait the 10 days. All right, so there's a cap on 5 people. So once 5 people sign up at that 347, the price goes back up to the original tag of 497. Okay, so again, this is Your Guide to Immigration Evaluations. If you didn't know, my name is Jeremiah. I'm a licensed professional counselor who services the global community. Immigration evaluations is a thing. Immigration evaluations is a thing. Okay, they are a thing. And what it does is it provides an in-depth look into an individual's journey, a family member's journey, and how they came to the United States. And it helps federal judges make a comprehensive decision on if it is more beneficial for that individual to stay here in the United States of America or for America not to have this individual in the US. That is in compressed. That is what immigration evaluations are. That's what we do. And so if you are a licensed mental health clinician interested in doing this work, right now is the best opportunity that you have to get this training at a discounted rate. But here's the thing about that. You can go anywhere and get trained up on immigration evaluations. When I first started, I put this course out for $199, I believe. And I gave it out for free to about 3 clinicians within my network. And here's what I learned. One, the ones that I gave it to for free, they wouldn't complete it. They wouldn't complete it. So they depreciated the course because it was given to them. So they didn't fulfill the agreement of completing the course or the training within a reasonable amount of time and then giving me feedback. 2, when I had it priced at $199, $197, people looked at that course as if it wasn't as good and valuable as those that were priced at $1,500, $1,300, $1,200. And so I had to find that yummy spot, that great mushy place where people would be more interested in my training, plus the value that I was bringing through Your Guide to Immigration Evaluations, the Facebook group. And so with the value that I brought, it sounded like maybe I knew what I was talking about. And so maybe there's value within the course and the training. So once people got trained up and they got a thorough understanding of what they were doing after they completed my course, the next step was, how do I gain clients? How do I gain referrals? And that is always up to the clinician. It may be a constant battle week in, week out, networking, marketing that service. During this current push of rounding up immigrants right now, or undocumented people, undocumented aliens, illegal aliens, unfortunately, that's a legal term that I'm using, aliens. In the federal government, aliens is a legal term that is used to describe people who are here undocumented or without status. And so, you know, when you look at completing a course, when you look at going through a training, I want you to not focus on the legal aspect of what are asylum cases, what are visas. Like, you don't need to know the ins and outs of that. That all of that is fluff. We are not attorneys. We are clinicians, and as mental health clinicians, we are to do what is in our lane. Focus on the mental health and how the immigration legal process can play a part in the mental health aspect of this. If someone is seeking asylum, what is the fear? What was the persecution that they suffered from when they were in their home country? Like, these are the things that we should be considering, taking into accountability when writing our report, but understanding the legality of each application that is just not our lane. So I don't want you to focus on being so thorough and understanding the ins and outs of asylum, the asylum application. You don't need to know the ins and outs of a U visa, a T visa, a hardship waiver. Okay? You don't need to know these things. So I highly encourage you all to go ahead and check out Your Guide to Immigration Evaluations. Just go ahead and click on that link. It's in my bio, right? It's on the YouTube channel. If you're in the Facebook group, you're already tapped in. Go ahead and make sure that you click on that link, or you can type it up in your web browser, www.beacons.ai/Rankins, and click on the Your Guide to Immigration, the YG registration. It's the wiggly button. Go ahead and click on that, and it'll send you straight to the sign up page. You've got 10 days to get this great offer, and I highly recommend it because you're not going to get it ever again, I guarantee you. So I have discounts twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall, and every now and again, whenever I do a presentation. For those members who attend those presentations, I offer a discount, but they're usually $99 at the very most as the discount. So jump on this opportunity. I hope to see you on the next live or the next presentation that I give you on YouTube.